Hey guys, I've been playing around and testing to see how far certain weapons can take Eula, whether it be the Song of Broken Pines or the Wolf's Gravestone, and of course some 4-star options because I wondered if Eula really needed a 5-star weapon to perform effectively. So here's a video to showcase some numbers. Before I get into it though, I'll quickly explain all the things we'll be testing and how we're going to be testing them. The point of this showcase is to give you an idea of what you can expect, and most importantly, this is done mainly for fun. These are the weapons you'll be seeing in this video. The main showcase is of course the Song of Broken Pines and the Wolf's Gravestone since they're 5-star weapons, and no doubt most of you are wondering if you should be pulling the current weapon banner. I hope that this video can give you a better picture before you decide to pull. And then for 4 stars we have the Serpent Spine and the Prototype Archaic, both at Refinement rank 3 and represent the more available options than the 5-star weapons. Now I don't have the Unforged or the Skyward Pride, and even the Snow Tome 4-star, but I will show you what you can take away from this showcase and share my thoughts for those who have them. To begin with the showcase, let's start with the rotation. Whether or not you have a specific set of combos after using Eula's burst, they all must start the same way. Use your elemental skill, then quickly go into your elemental burst, and then use the hold version of her elemental skill to create a resistance shred. The reason for this is very simple. Both the elemental burst and the hold version of her skill has a 7-second duration, as you can see here. The Pale Flame set also benefits here since it is also 7 seconds, so you can see why this set was really made for Eula. Doing this ensures you have the highest damage output in general, since it means for the entire 7 seconds, all your normal attacks that you use to charge the elemental burst receives the damage bonus from the physical resistance shred created by your elemental skill, and not just the Lightfall explosion. Don't worry, 7 seconds is enough and you don't have to time it just before the explosion. If you want an even more hassle-free method, you can insert your normal attacks at any point to build stacks, and you just need to make sure you use your hold version before the Lightfall explodes. We'll start with the comparison of her elemental burst and skill, with a variation of the highest damage that I've successfully pulled off. But I'm certain you can insert 1 or maybe 2 more stacks if you really optimize it so the damage can still go a little bit higher. As you can see, the Song of Broken Pines has very good damage, but for the highest damage done, then Wolf's Gravestone is on top. This is simply because of the amount of attack and how much more attack Eula will have when the effects pop off. There are a couple things to note here though. One is that the Song of Broken Pines has more consistent damage than the Wolf's Gravestone. And the second one is that the effects of the Wolf's Gravestone tend to activate better when there are lower HP enemies around to make sure it activates as early as possible, and not when the fight is almost over like during a boss fight. Now I'll quickly showcase the 4-star options. As you can see, both options work very well and the damage is within similar range. Keep in mind that this is all done with a level 9 talent on the elemental burst and a level 8 elemental skill, which gives a 23% physical resist reduction, along with Zhongli's shield and of course superconduct. Eula's elemental burst runs on a 20 seconds cooldown and 80 energy cost, which usually means you need a battery or high energy recharge if you're running a single cryo team. But most importantly, the burst isn't her only damage source. Her normal attacks are also really strong and is part of the overall damage that you should be counting for Eula. As you can see clearly, the Wolf's Gravestone wins hands down for normal attacks in purely damage numbers. But the Song of Broken Pines has that quality of life feature where it makes her animations a lot smoother and faster. But while it does slightly improve the raw numbers thanks to the 20% attack, the Wolf's Gravestone gets even higher numbers when the effects activate. As for the 4-star weapons, they are also nothing to scoff at. The Serpent Spine crits more reliably thanks to its substat, and of course the Prototype Archaic can do a one-off damage spike every 15 seconds. Now of course all of this was done with the same artifact set, the same C0 Eula, and the same talent levels and team composition. The Wolf's Gravestone is sitting at the highest attack even without the weapon effects active. And the Song of Broken Pines comes after, but remember that it gives her extra physical damage along with an active buff that gives her attack speed and more attack as well. The Serpent Spine has the lowest attack, but the weapon effects help her out a lot to pull ahead from the Prototype Archaic. So what does this all mean? Really, it all just falls down to how much scaling and skill synergy Eula has. Even at C0, Eula has the highest elemental burst scaling in the game, allowing her to deal damage that was previously only accessible to melt and vaporize combos. And also, she has a built-in resistance shred that used to require bringing in other characters like Zhongli or using proper artifacts like the Viridescent 4P set and creating elemental reactions. Eula works well with just about all the Claymores, and even if your best Claymore is a 4-star, Eula can easily give you new record highs for damage numbers with just a simple superconduct team that everyone has access to. It just depends on what's more important to you and what you want to use it for. If you have to pick between the Wolf's Gravestone and the Song of Broken Pines, the bottom line is the Song of Broken Pines has more consistent burst. But if you want higher numbers, higher auto attack damage, then the Wolf's Gravestone should give you better damage. Do note that the Wolf's Gravestone can work as a support weapon too. For example, you can use it on Beidou and use her as your superconduct partner, and then give Eula the buff while she has the Song of Broken Pines. If you already have the Wolf's Gravestone though, you probably don't need to pull on the banner. And to quickly cover the Unforged, Skyward Pride, and Snow Tome, the Unforged will require you to have a permanent shield character in your team, and it'll let you see competitive damage values with the Wolf's Gravestone and the Song of Broken Pines. The Skyward Pride provides energy recharge substat, but personally I have not seen any issues with her energy recharge even at 111%, but I've been using one more cryo for battery, so with a single cryo team you might benefit a lot more. And as for Snow Tome, it does give a higher physical damage bonus than the Song of Broken Pines, and has as much base attack as the Prototype Archaic, so I don't think there would be a need for you to build either the Prototype Archaic or the Serpent Spine if you have it. And that's it for this video. Please leave a like if you found this helpful, and let me know if you have any feedback for me or if you believe there's a better way for me to do things, since I'm always learning from it. And make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.